What's up, everybody?
Minnesota Wild.
With a W for the ages. Game 1. What a game it was. Double overtime. Huge victory. I nicknamed this game the Battle of the Goaltenders because they were the stars of the show. I'll get into that a little bit later in the video. But first I want to talk about what is with the NHL and scheduling their playoff games, man. We're starting at 8:30 p.m. and when we're both Central Standard Time teams. Why? You know the games are going to end late. We've already seen, I think, 2 overtime games in the first few days of the playoffs. The game ended at 1 a.m. I mean, people got to work. You got to know with the overtime rules, which I have a strong opinion about. I don't necessarily think it should be continuous overtime. I like the regular season. I don't know why there's a change. It's kind of cool that it's different, but the 3-on-3 really is a high pace game, and I really like the way it plays out. Also, it'll help with the games ending at 1 o'clock and a 4-hour game, but or 3.5 forever. But another thing I was going to bring up about the game and the scheduling and all this. What is with the intermissions? It's like a halftime after each period. Now, I have a lot of hockey experience. I know the Zambonis can finish up a sheet of ice. One Zamboni can finish up a sheet of ice in under 10 minutes. So why is it taking so long with 2? Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, most of the players would be taking off all their pads, like sitting there, like, sitting around just waiting for the next period, kind of tighten up, sitting there for 15, 20 minutes. They should knock that down. Knock that down to like 10 minutes, maybe. Make the intermission 10 minutes. Just, save a lot of time, especially if we're going to be doing continuous overtime like that. Second overtime, like I said, past 1 o'clock, so not a smart thing. Maybe look into changing that. Moving on to the game. The game was unreal. 2 heavyweight teams going at it. 2 big-time rivals. Dumbo's hit on Pavelski. I don't care what you guys say. I played hockey for a long time. That was a clean hit. He was kind of stumbling backwards. That's why he kind of seemed like he was going and hitting them high. It's part of the game. There's big hits, and I think the refs did a decent job with the whistle. There's a few calls that I feel like they were trying to make up because the Dallas Stars fans were loud and booing them all game, so I thought that might have affected the game a bit. Another big time hit. This game was very physical. Ryan Suter, the old Wild defenseman that destroyed our cap situation, cross-checking Kaprizov in the back, ran under the shoulder pad, so it hit the bottom rib, the weaker ribs, and you could see Kaprizov was in a ton of pain. I don't know if he missed the shift or not. I don't think he did, but he came back. That play it makes a difference, and I'll get into the keys of how to win game 2 later, but checking makes a difference, and there's not a whole lot of fighting going on. I know Suter did that dirty cross check. He didn't get a penalty for it, and Foligno stepped to him, smacked him around, and no gloves were dropped. So we know what he's all about. Suter's a little coward, a little rat. So he went and hit in the bench like where he belongs. Hartman hurt his knee on a big check. I'm not sure who checked him. I'm going to have to figure that one out. But he went on to get a game winner on one knee because he was in rough shape. You can definitely see it affected him, but he went out there with some heart. Hartman got the game winner. But let's not take the physicality and all the the goals and stuff. Let's talk about the two goaltenders, man. We're talking about Ottinger, the Otter, the Minnesota guy, of course. They talked about how he's never lost to the Wild. He's a Lakeville guy who's on a high school team that went 31-0, I believe. Probably the greatest high school hockey team in history. He had 45 saves. That's big time. He was standing on his head. The Wild had some A-plus chances. So did the Stars. But let's talk about the star of the game. The number one star of the game was Philip Gustafsson, man. 51 saves. He got a franchise record for a rookie playoff debut. And also, he was top 5, I think, all time with 51 saves for a playoff debut. His performance was definitely something that I'm sure a lot of people around the league didn't expect. We got Fleury, a guy who's probably who's got the most playoff experience of any goalie in history. Sitting there, you would think the first choice would be him. You're probably thinking Gustafsson, man, all eyes are on me. He doesn't want to be in that. But he came out there and had a tremendous performance. That's why you always run with a hot hand. And I think we should continue to start him going forward. And that leads me into the keys of victory for Game 2. We got to keep finishing checks. We were very physical, and it's something that I'm not incredibly used to watching the Minnesota Wild. They're usually a very finesse team that dominates with their skill. This last game, they were checking. Kaprizov had a big hit. The smaller guys are getting hits. It was very, very chippy out there, man. They were banging, man. Brock Faber was all lights out. This guy's gonna be a top line defenseman someday if he keeps it up. He's only in his 4th game, so he's playing out of his mind. We were really great at forcing low quality shots, and we got to do that again next game. Crashing the net and getting dirty goals. This guy is incredible. And what do goalies hate more is chaos in front of the crease, man. You need to attack the net, put the puck on the net, shoot it low, get some rebounds. This guy doesn't give him up many rebounds. You shoot it anywhere besides the ground and don't have an ass in his face, he's going to stop it, and he's not going to give a rebound. He's an incredible goaltender, arguably one of the best ever. So we got to get those dirty goals. We got to settle for dirty goals. Obviously, we had a breakaway goal. We had some, decent goals. But ultimately, you need to get the puck on the net, like we did, and crush the net. We got to stay out of the box. There was a couple penalties, I think 2 by Spurgeon. We're just dumb. Penalties that we don't need to take. The tripping and all that. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes your stick gets tangled up or whatever. We gotta not do that. We gotta stay out of the box as much as possible. We gotta capitalize on our power plays, which we did. I think we scored a power play goal. They got a top 3 penalty kill, so we gotta keep putting the puck on the net, take some quality shots, and get the puck in the net on the power play. And that leads me to the final point. Face-offs. Now, they're the best face-off team in the league, I believe. And we're definitely not. Especially with our best guy for face-offs, Eric Snag, not being in. Not having him has really affected our face-offs. And getting him back, I believe Game 2 is going to be a game changer. So look out for that. This series is going to be very fun. And I'll occasionally make videos about it. Timberwolves play tomorrow as well. I'm excited to see if they'll bounce back from that absolutely disappointing loss. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Schoondog signing off.